The leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, Julius Malema, has been named to the Judicial Services Commission, JSC, which plays a crucial role in the legal system of South Africa. Please kindly hit on the subscribe button as we go into the details. In cooperation with the President, the JSC has a major say in the appointment of important judges, such as the Chief Justice and Deputy Chief Justice. Mr. Malema contributes his distinct knowledge and viewpoint to the JSC as a member. His appointment demonstrates his vision and commitment to protecting the Constitution of South Africa and the rule of law. The JSC's duties are essential to maintaining the independence and integrity of the legal system. Mr. Malema will contribute to ensure that the nation's judicial system respects the values of democracy and fairness by serving on this body. For Mr. Malema and the EFF, this nomination is a significant turning point that demonstrates the party's expanding power in South African politics. Since Mr. Malema is an advocate for social justice and equality, it also shows a dedication to inclusiveness and diversity within the court. It's critical to acknowledge Mr. Malema's importance in the JSC as we celebrate this accomplishment. His cooperation will advance accountability and justice inside South Africa's legal system, in addition to transparent and merit-based judge selections. We wish Mr. Julius Malema luck in this important position and congratulate him on his appointment to the Judicial Services Commission. Let's celebrate this occasion as evidence of his vision and dedication to bringing democracy and constitutional government to South Africa. Once again, the MK Party, MKP, and the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, have expressed grave worries about how the national budget is being handled by Parliament. They claim that the legislature is speeding the process and weakening democratic oversight. EFF leader Julius Malema and MKP spokesman Thabo Makona expressed their displeasure with what they called the steamrolling of the budget approval process at a joint news conference on Friday. They said that the public's interests were compromised since parliamentarians were not given enough time to consider and discuss the budget's ramifications due to the accelerated processes. Malema said, "There is a flagrant disrespect for democratic principles in the way this budget was forced through. In order to make sure that the budget adequately meets the requirements of our people, our representatives were not given enough time to carefully review the planned expenditures and allocations." Makona repeated similar ideas, stressing the need of open communication and in-depth discussion when it comes to fiscal issues. A key component of our democracy is the budgetary process. It directly affects South Africans' lives by deciding how resources are distributed. Hurriedly moving through this process erodes public trust and parliamentary oversight, he said. The charges follow a contentious parliamentary session in which opposition parties said they were ignored and their opinions were marginalized. The EFF and MKP claim that the dominant party hurried the approval by using its size, giving little opportunity for substantive debate or changes. A broader discussion about the parliamentary process and the distribution of power in South Africa's political system has been spurred by this incident. The majority of the governing party in parliament, according to critics, often results in the marginalization of opposition views, especially when it comes to important matters like the national budget. On the other hand, proponents of the present procedure assert that the budget was managed effectively and in compliance with all applicable laws. They contend that prompt approval was necessary to put crucial financial measures into action as soon as possible in order to solve the nation's pressing economic issues. Both the EFF and the MKP have demanded a review of parliamentary procedures in order to guarantee more accountability and inclusion in next budget discussions. As the fallout continues, they want to take official measures to exacerbate the situation, such as possible legal action and public outreach. The current discussion emphasizes how important inclusive and transparent government is to building public trust and implementing policies successfully. The integrity of South Africa's democratic institutions is more important than ever as the country struggles with social issues and economic recovery. President Cyril Ramaphosa has called an extraordinary two-day extended cabinet lekgotla with leaders and delegates from 11 political parties, with the goal of laying out the future course for South Africa. As these disparate groups unite to pave the way for stability and national recovery, the stakes are quite high. Confidential talks are taking place on how to combine the manifestos of these 11 political parties.